God sends me to be light in dark places, even though sometimes I am a dark place. He said that to be in him is to be a new creation. But what nobody tells you is that to be a new creation, you have to be transformed. And to be transformed, you have to be broken. And to be broken, you have to be vulnerable. And to be vulnerable, well, you have to be willing. So here I am, gracefully broken, and I've been in more pieces than I care to count for longer than I can remember. From molestation to daddy issues and Harpo. I've been running in circles and affirming myself until I'm blue in the face of facing yet another failure. I hitched my wagon to the most destitute of places, not realizing that I was desperately loving broken people, hoping to see my value through them, because when you're in pieces, it's easier to share your heart than to repair it. In the immortal words of my apostle, you can't heal what you aren't willing to feel. But who wants to feel the living shards of glass they once called a heart? And how does one dig up the trauma they started burying 42 years ago? And yet, you dared me. Promised me things I hadn't dreamed of since childhood. The 1 Corinthians 13, greatest of these is love kind, and not the fickle fly by night, but the Deuteronomy 31:8, never leave me nor forsake me type of love. Meanwhile, I'm in disbelief, waiting on the world to stop throwing stones, trying to figure, who am I that you are mindful of me? Offering me still waters and the opportunity to rest in peace while I still breathe. The simple-minded pray for the blessing of things, so wrapped up in all they're getting, they fail to get in the understanding. And me, I'm just trying to hold on to the hope of Christ Jesus manifested in me. And they stay having daily conversations with the universe. And I'm pressing towards the mark of being one with its creator. Diverging paths, simultaneously falling short. Wondering at what point folks start to settle and fully comprehending that when you lack knowledge, you risk death. So I took that first step out, and I've been transforming ever since, from Saul to Paul, falling down 7, getting up 10, being done wrong and forgiven 490, and then some, multiplying my way to the completion of the great work that he started in me, as his strength foreshadows and overshadows my weakness, turning my tests into testimonies and my ripples into waves as I proclaim on the other side of my pain, Jesus saves. To blind eyes that lost sight of real hope in their fight to see what cannot be seen, and deaf ears that forgot that love has a sound. Deep down, I know you're calling them like you called me, and watching, waiting for them to reach out and grasp and take hold of the hope and the future that you promised and prescribed, not the candy-coated lies of religion. You see, the problem with religion is there is a bunch of religious folk trying to tell you how to be a Christian that don't know anything about God. So all they can preach to you is rumors and hearsay, in essence, miracles and blessings, or wrath and vengeance. So God, he sends us to be light in dark places, even though sometimes we are a dark place, because he is the way, he is the truth, he is the life, and he is the light.
Yeah. Hey! Yeah, yeah.